All right, man. Inoue says he wants to take on Stephen Fulton. But first, let's talk about Angel Garcia says that Danny Garcia will knock out, um, uh, knock out Keith Thurman in a rematch. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button, just the bell icon button, hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. So Angel Garcia and Thurman versus Garcia 2 will knock Thurman out this time. He says that there was a look of satisfaction etched on the face of Andrew Garcia, having watched his son Danny Garcia struggle both inside and outside the ring of late. Just okay, we care about that. He said, "I take Thurman," said Garcia in an interview with Fight Hype, because we was the one who gave Danny his first L. Okay. So he said, we'll knock Thurman out this time. Thurman was never the same after the Danny fight. Now, um, if that's a badge of honor, I think if he wasn't the same, he wasn't as hungry. But what's so funny is how quick they say they'll take Keith Thurman, but you know how quick they don't want to fight Terrence Crawford, right? Shouldn't they be knocking at Al Heyman door, saying that, hey, bro, if that fight can't get done, sign this up? Or if I get past Lara, which I heard a rumor yesterday that Lara ain't looking too good in sparring either. So it might be a method to Danny Garcia madness on why he's trying to take on Lara, especially if Lara can get that the extra strap, that real strap that get upgraded if they strip Triple G. So Triple G is mandated to fight Lara next. If not, Lara said he'd do 155 pound catch up with Danny Garcia. 40. I think he said he really like 43 years old or something like that. And Danny Garcia is an opportunist, king cherry picker. But it wasn't always that way. But like I said before, you can tell by the way they talk and the way they interview and all that type of stuff, man. And Brian Cuss said, "Would you like to fight Terrence Crawford?" He said, "Oh yeah, but not next." But then every time they get an opportunity to degrade Terrence Crawford, they take that opportunity. Oh, ain't no money in it. This, that, and the third, and whoopty blam. Hey, you know, um, what happened to like Pride or something like that? Um, but I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I just find it funny. Now him and Danny Thurman and Danny Garcia, I don't care to see it again. The first fight was cool. Keith Thurman kind of was aggressive early on, hurt Danny Garcia a little bit. Then he coasted on the back end. I mean, I don't care to see Danny Garcia fight again. If he never fight again, I wouldn't give a care. Keith Thurman never fight again, wouldn't care. Keith Thurman had every opportunity, even after the Pacquiao loss, to put himself back in the mix. He didn't want to get back in the mix. He needed tune up. He needed tune up. He needed tune up. Danny Garcia. Come on, what else do I need to see from Danny Garcia? Below average welterweight, really A plus, junior welterweight, below average welterweight. I mean, he barely beat Robert Guerrero to win the title. Other than that, it's nothing really see. He didn't learn much about the Jose Benavidez Jr. fight. Where they say nothing about him. So I mean, really, where's the reason to see them fight again? I don't think they can get a belt at 54 or 60. So I don't really care. Now, if he beat Lara and Lara get old overnight, so be it. It's an opportunity. Hey, it's a shot at the third belt, all that type of stuff. At least Danny Garcia had moved up a couple of times. Keith Thurman hadn't moved up yet. Then it's like, send me a contract, I might sign it and all that type of stuff. That contract go to Al Heyman. You don't have no control over your career. So, I mean, at the end of the day, do I believe Danny not Keith Thurman? I don't know. I really don't know. Danny Garcia can't handle that perpetual movement, and that's the problem. He can't handle the perpetual movement. So I don't think, Keith Thurman still can move well. He can't take body shots like that, but saying he ain't the same fighter as Danny, of course he not. He got 2 belts and lost his hunger and didn't want to fight Errol Spence. It wasn't about like Danny put some hellacious abuse on Keith Thurman where he wasn't the same fighter. No, it was just that, he never wanted to fight Errol Spence. He had his belts. He rather had just held up the division rather than compete like a man. And now he's suffering from his own decisions. Now he on the outside looking in. Let's just say all of a sudden Terrence Crawford disappeared, and they just gave Keith Thurman the WBO. Errol Spence disappeared, and they gave him the WCWA and IBF. He make every excuse not to get in the ring with Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence in those scenarios. So he ain't no change, man. He never wanted to get in there and fight nobody. Terrence Crawford said, "What you need to tune up for if you sure yourself." He not. So, like I said before, will this be a retirement fest, a retirement bowl? That's the only thing I can look at it as, the retirement bowl. That's the only way I really can look at it. Oh man, it's the retirement bowl. So, neither one of them dudes, man. Boxing and passed them by. And they just names. And that's it. They just names. They just name. So it is what it is. So, but let's move on. So Inoue said he wants to fight Fulton. So you see right here, he wants to fight Fulton after Paul Butler. So he's fighting Paul Butler for undisputed, by the way. So that seems to be the new trend. Inoue plans to move up to 122 to the super bantamweight champions Stephen Fulton and Akadam Marjan, whatever, MJ, after finished collecting the final belt against 118 and WBO champion Paul Butler December 13th. You can't blame the IBF, WBA, WC bantamweight champion Inoue 23-0 with the 20 big ones for looking past Butler 32-2 and 15 because this is a cakewalk on paper compared to some of the fights Inoue had recently. 33 of Butler will be easy. So, but he says if we fight, it will be a great technical battle, said Inoue to Ring Magazine about fighting between him and Fulton. Quote, it won't be easy fight. Fulton has long reach and is about how well I close the distance. I feel like I move up to 22, my power will increase and I can hit harder. He said at 122, I can move more. I think I can demonstrate my strength more, said Inoue. I don't know how much damage I can do to opponents who should be naturally bigger. It will be a known world, said Inoue. So think about that. I think watching that fight, I think he's smart enough to know to smother that power. All right. I think he's smart enough to get Inoue on the inside and smother his power. But then again, some guys can just, some guys can just punch regardless. No matter how, no matter if they plan it fully on the back foot, on the front foot, they got great balance. Some guys can just naturally punch. But that's the risk you got to take. If you let him walk you down, and get that head of steam going, he's going to be hard to stop, no matter how slick Fulton is. So no matter how slick he is, I think Fulton's best way is to, get on the inside, maul him down, close the gap, fight him on the inside, and just wear him down. A lot of body work, you know what I'm saying? Hit him on the hip and all that stuff. But he, if he let him, walk him down and pressure and be on the front foot, Fulton still can win that fight. He still can. But, it's gonna be more about his defense to offense. That's what it's gonna be about. His defense to offense. And he gonna have to hit Inoue. And a lot of people say, how do you keep Inoue off of him without having no power? Well, power ain't everything. He has enough respectable power, but his physical strength on the inside is his physical strength in general is going to be the difference. So that's my opinion. But I would want to get him on the inside, straight up and down. I'm not gonna play with him and but has Inoue seen somebody that's slick like Fulton too? That's a $1 million question. Has he seen somebody slick like Fulton? So that's the question. Has he seen somebody like Fulton that's that slick? Can he fight that Black American style? But when you got the natural power that he got, which it would be unfair for Fulton if he had that power. That's the question. So it's actually one of the best fights, if not the best fight on paper, that you can find in boxing. It ain't like Fulton like a born champion where he pity pat roll and get out of there. And that might be something that he might have to do in this type of fight. Get off and clinch, and be very, very boring. That might be part of the original game plan or default game plan. But you got to ask yourself too, outside of Inoue power, has he fought somebody with this style that Fulton got? That's the $1 million question. Has he fought somebody with this slick style? And if he hasn't, does he, they got enough time to break that style down? That's the question. Do they got enough time to break that style down and him to get acclimated to him? So you can't just jump in the ring. You can't just jump in the ring with that style and figure you're gonna master it. You gotta train. Well, you gotta train with them type of dudes to understand what bothers them, how to break them down. And that's where Fulton got his big advantage at. Can Inoue really fuck with that style? When you got power, that's cool, but that style can diffuse power. So, like I said, it's one of the best fights that could be made in boxing. You love to hear Inoue talk like that. But somebody said that Steven Espinoza said that they want to do this fight on pay-per-view. So already, like, dude, they want to throw everything on pay-per-view, dude. You don't put nothing below welterweight on pay-per-view, honestly. I don't think you do that. And that's my opinion on that. And they just pay-per-view happy, man. This fight should be free. Folk might have to go to Japan, and that's fine. And this fight might have to just be free. But they're already causing complications. They're not gonna let Fulton go over there and fight in a new way. I'll tell you that right now. So it's just a pipe dream. They're not gonna let him fight that dude, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the Box Moves playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Hit the link tree link in the description. Find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, all there. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. Roll on the bottom screen. PayPal link description. Appreciate the love, support, peace.